Northwest Georgia High School Football Scoreboard is brought to you by Alpha Insurance, Al Smith Agency. See them for all your auto, home, and life insurance needs. Call Al Smith at 706-529-6786.
Hey, welcome into the NWGA Football Friday Night Scoreboard Show. I'll be here with you solo until Benton gets back from Pepperell on his way back up to Chattooga. A lot of great games tonight, man. Had a lot of great finishes. A couple of games went into overtime. We'll just jump in here and use some scores as we have them. Carrollton 49-0 over Hillgrove. Rome 62-0 over Allatoona. I think that game was 62-0 early in the fourth quarter. I think that loss to Carrollton lit a fire under the Rome Wolves. South Paulden upset on the road at Noonan, 21-15. Villa Rica, one of us pulled out a 13-10 win. They were going for the field goal with 10 seconds left to tie the game. Bad snap. The holder picked up the ball and ran it in to give the Wildcats a 13-10 win. Cass, big win against ML King, 40-0. I saw where Scovia White had 4 touchdowns in the first half. Big win for Cass, heading into 7-5 A play next Friday night. Heritage on the road at the number 1 ranked 6A team in Tennessee, Bradley Central. Decent final score there, 35-16. Bradley Central gets the win. Woodland played Osborne tough. Osborne beat Woodland 14-0. Cedartown in the upset of the night. The 1-3 Cedartown Bulldogs showed what they can do, man. Went up to Dalton. Dalton was undefeated on the season. Cedartown pulled out the win 35-27. Southeast Whitfield lost to Druid Hills 21-20 in overtime. A game that was a lot closer than a lot of us expected, especially myself. Ridgeland Panthers gave Bremen a tough game. Bremen 21, Ridgeland 14. Adairsville hangs on to beat Ringgold 28-26. Coahulla Creek 42, LFO 21. Another great game that had a great ending. Gordon Lee beat Lafayette 21-20 in overtime. From what I understand, the Ramblers went for 2. Were stopped short at the goal line. Gordon Lee with a huge win in 6 AAA. Gilmer went on the road to Wesleyan. Last score I saw was 50-21 late in the fourth. Lumpkin County 49, Pickens 14. Gordon Central, Fannin County shuts out Gordon Central 42-0. North Murray, a game that was surprisingly close at the halftime. Haralson County was up 16-14 at the break. North Murray scores 2 touchdowns in the second half to pull out a 28-16 win over Haralson County. Model bounces back from last week's loss to Tryon. Big 49-7 win at Murray County. The opening weekend for 7A D1. Pepperell with a big win, 45-17 over Chattooga. Armurchie shuts out Coosa 28-0. And Darlington had to score at the end. I think last time I saw this late in the fourth. Darlington gets a late touchdown to beat Dade County 28-22 at home. Heard County with their first win of the year, beating Clarkston 37-6. Bowden 42-20 over Temple. And our last final of the night, Jasper County beats Mount Zion 42-7. Yeah, and the Christian Heritage St. Francis game was canceled. But yeah, a lot of interesting scores, a lot of interesting finals for sure. We'll get to some of the comments over here. Like I said, if you want to comment, man, you can log on to Facebook, log on to YouTube. We'll get your comments on the air. Shout out to the Pepperell Dragons, man. It was the game tonight. Big region win for the Dragons. Also, shout out to number 7 on Chattooga, Zayden Cook. Played his heart out tonight. Yeah, I know Zayden Cook's a guy that, that we've been talking about. Benton for sure has been talking about this year that, was set to have a breakout season this year, junior back up there at Chattooga. North Murray, 28, Harrelson, 16 turnovers. Man, I bet that was a great game to be at, though. Like I said, when the computer rankings came out this week and they had North Murray only as a 2.5-point favorite, I know everybody kind of raised their eyebrows at that, man. They're like, how can North Murray only be a 2.5-point favorite? Dang computers don't know anything. But like I said, Harrelson had to lead at halftime, 16-14. We were hoping for overtime in the Ringgold game. Ringgold came up short on a 2-point conversion with 50 seconds left in the game. That has to be the theme for the night, really, man. There was a lot of last-second plays. Villarica scoring on the last play of the game. Gordon Lee stopping Lafayette on the last play of the game to get the win there. It kind of looks like Southeast might have got beat on the last play of the game. Great night for high school football, man, and we're only halfway done. Tonight was the official halfway point of the season. Only 6 more weeks left. So the North Murray quarterback only threw for less than 60 yards tonight. Yeah, like I said, I knew going into the 7AA region play that Harrelson County was going to be a factor, man. Just the way they've played so far early in the season, I still think they have a good chance to get somebody down the road, be a spoiler, or even make the playoffs themselves, With that loss to North Murray, they're going to have to beat probably Model or Fannin or even Rockmart down the road to make the playoffs. But, Coach Beavy will have those guys playing, man, for sure. Like I said, I think the upset of the night, which a lot of people probably wouldn't consider it an upset, but the Cedartown Bulldogs over Dalton, in Dalton, undefeated Dalton Catamount team. We saw some offense tonight from Cedartown for the first time this season. Great win for the Cedartown Bulldogs, 35-27 over Dalton. Came at a great time because Cedartown heads down to Central next Friday night, and what a lot of people, including myself, think might be the region championship in 7-4A. Tell you what, how do I think 7-2A is going to turn out? You have to pencil in Rockmart as your number 1 team for sure. You've got Rockmart and Model next Friday night, I believe, at Model. I think home field advantage is such a huge thing in 7AA, man. So those teams, Fannin County, Model, North Murray, Rockmart, all play great at home. Harrelson County, obviously tonight they play great at home. You still got Murray County in the mix. Murray County is liable to be a spoiler. We saw what they did last Friday night in Chattooga. Rockmart. If I had to pick right now, Rockmart won. Man, Fannin's such a wild card. They're been a Jekyll and Hyde so far early in the season. Jumped out early tonight on Gordon Central, 42-0. Model has to go to Fannin this year. And I think that gives Fannin County just a little advantage. So I'm going to go Rockmart 1, Fannin 2, Model 3, North Murray 4. And from, the latest computer projections I've seen, I'm big into the computer projections, and I'm always looking at the numbers and math, and I'm 6 weeks down the road. But the computers predict 7AA to sweep the first round of the playoffs this year. Yeah, but as far as the 7A Division I race goes, man, like I said, they got off tonight for first weekend for that. Pepperell, Armurchie, and Darlington jump out 1-0. Tryon was off tonight, so right now those are your 4 teams sitting at the top. The schedule next week, you have Tryon going to Dade County, I know. Big game in Chattooga is Armurchie, who looked real good tonight. 28-0 over Coosa. That was the game I was at. Jackson Coonley, 3 touchdowns for the Indians. I think they only allowed 1 first down in the first half. If Armurchie can go up to Chattooga next Friday night and pull that win off, it pretty much sets up a Dade County, Armurchie, Pepperell trifecta for the playoff spots in 7A. Yeah, Harrelson will host Benton County the last game of the year. Upset of the year. Yeah, absolutely. Man, that'd be huge. Like I said, Harrelson County is a hard place to play. The 7AA in general, some of the best home field advantage teams out there. Like I said, it's pretty by the book night tonight. Week 6, official halfway point. Everything about went as planned. Couple of upsets in the books. Cedartown over Dalton. Gordon Lee over Lafayette was an upset to some. I know our own Paul Cavan, he picked Gordon Lee. Everybody knew that was going to be a knockdown, drag out. Hats off to the Lafayette staff, man, for going for 2, going for the win. Stopped a little short. Gordon Lee gets a big win in 6 AAA. Yeah, and as far as the 6 AAA race goes, man, you've got Daresville, Bremen, and Coahulla Creek sitting at the top, undefeated. Gordon Lee with a win, Ringgold with a win. Some great games here the last month of the season to hash out 6 AAA. Yeah, for all those just jumping in here, we'll run through the Al Smith Insurance scoreboard one more time. Like I said, if you have any comments, man, jump over on YouTube, Facebook, get your comments in. I'll try to talk the best I can here. Solo, man, it's tough. Carrollton beat Hillgrove 49-0. Rome, huge win over Altoona, 62-0. I guess the question is, with the Wolves, man, are they going to be challenged in that region going forward? South Paulding still looking for their first win. Lost at Noonan, 21-15. Villa Rica, last second touchdown to beat Banneker, 13-10. Cass, 40-0 over ML King. Bradley Central, 35. Heritage, 16. Osborne, 14. Woodland, 0. Cedartown, 35. Dalton, 27. Druid Hills, 21. Southeast Whitfield, 20 in overtime. Bremen hangs on to beat Ridgeland in 6 AAA, 21-14. Daresville, 28-26 over Ringgold. LFO, Coahulla Creek, 42. LFO, 21. Gordon Lee, 21-20 over Lafayette in overtime. Wesleyan, 50-21 over Gilmer, which was a surprise. Lumpkin County, 49. Pickens, 14. Fannin County, 42-0 over Gordon Central. North Murray, 28. Haralson County, 16. Model, 49. Murray County, 7. Pepperell, 45. Chattooga, 17. Armurchie, 28-0 over Coosa. Darlington, 28-22 over Dade County. Heard County, 37-6 over Clarkston. Bowden, 42-20 over Temple. Mount Zion lost to Jasper County, 42-7. That were all your finals for the night. Yeah, I'm going to go back and watch this game. All the comments coming in tonight are from the Haralson County, Murray County, North Murray game. What a game at Haralson County. I can imagine. Like I said, when I saw that score at halftime, 16-14 Haralson County over North Murray, I was shocked. We all know what kind of offense that North Murray's put up this year and got guys all over the field that can score from anywhere. But, on paper, Haralson has not won a game yet this year, but, man, they've played everybody tough. And I have a feeling they're going to catch somebody before the season's over. Like I said, 6 AAA is a good one. Coahulla Creek off to a good start. After making the playoffs last year, they looked ready to make another run at the postseason. Them, Bremen, and Daresville tied at the top. 7-4A gets underway this Friday night. It's going to be a great game down at Central. Central Lions hosting Cedartown. Man, like I said, if you're down in that southern end of our viewing area and you're looking for a game to see, that might be the game to go to. This is the best chance for the Lions to knock off Cedartown in the last few years. It's going to be a great game down there. Yeah, the wide receiver at Cass had another monster game. I believe he's headed to Georgia. Yes, he is. Sokovie White. Great game, man. I saw one of his coaches post that he scored 4 touchdowns in the first half. The video I saw, man, was him just laying a slobber knocker of a hit on defense. Like I said, Cass has been quiet. Cass has quietly gone about their business so far this year. They had a tough first couple of weeks. You kind of thought, well, maybe they're not going to be in that playoff race. But, man, that's going to be a good one. And I know Hiram is traveling to Dalton next Friday night. Curious to see how the Catamounts respond. Dalton is definitely Hiram is definitely one of the most talented teams in our area. Finally putting it together this year. $7-5A should be good. 5 teams for those 4 playoff spots. Who do you think gets left out? Probably Cass or Dalton. Yeah, if you look at it, common sense tells you that, it's going to be Cass or Dalton. But, last year, Hiram beat Calhoun last year in Calhoun, and they still got left out. I tell you, man, some huge games coming up next couple of weeks in that region. Cartersville is at Cass next Friday night. Hiram is at Dalton. Those 2 games right there are going to tell us a ton. Like I said, you want to start out in that win column for sure. You don't want to have your back to the wall, man, when you have those 5 teams to play in front of you. Woodland, they're playing well this year too. They could be a spoiler easily. North Murray defense showed up in the second half, pitched a shutout. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I don't know if you just joined us, man, but I saw that score at halftime, 16-14, and I was surprised. But, yeah, North Murray stepped up, did what they had to do, went down to Haralson County, tough place to play, got the win, put them in good shape, 7AA heading forward. North Murray defense. North Murray looked like a different team in the second half. Skylar Williams touchdown and a scoop and score from Judson Petty. And then Julian making a name for himself with a game-sealing INT. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to keep North Murray off the scoreboard if you play them this year. Like I said, they have too much talent, too many weapons on offense. You're going to have to get the turnovers, kind of like Northwest Whitfield did when they came back in the second half last week. You have to get those turnovers. You got to convert points. Yeah, because you're not going to keep them off the scoreboard. Who do you guys think will be the odd man out in 7-5A? But yeah, Bowden tonight. Looking down at the single A D2 division. Man, I hope they get that fixed at the next reclassification because too much to remember. But Bowden looked good again tonight. 42-20 win over Temple. Red Devils look like they're going to definitely in shape to defend that state championship. The only bad thing about Region 7A D2 is who they match up with in the first round of the playoffs. They match up with 6A D1 or D2, which includes the top 3 teams in the state right now: Scaly County, Macon County, and Manchester. Yeah, let me look over here and see if there's anything else that catches my eye. Like I said, I was at the R. Murchie game tonight. Great win by the Indians. 28-0 over Coosa. Defense was outstanding in the first half. What's up, Mr. Burge?
What's up?
I'm glad to see you, man. I've been just rambling.
Yeah, it's tough by yourself.
It's tough. But yeah, the Indians, man, they played well. A 28-0 win over Coosa. I think Coosa only had one first down in the first half. Jackson Coonley with 3 touchdowns. Luke Lively scored the last one on the quarterback keeper.
What was Coosa doing on offense? I mean, just trying to run the ball or trying to throw it, or
Armurchie defense only allowed 5 total first downs in their shutout win. Yeah, I knew it wasn't many. They were trying to run the ball in the first half, and the quarterback really didn't have time to throw the ball. Got a lot of pressure in the backfield.
it sets up for a interesting matchup next week. Dare I say elimination for Chattooga? I mean, tough.
I mean, you hate to say it this time of the year, because there's still a lot of games to be played. But really, I mean, that's more or less what it is.
Mm-hmm. As far as Pepperell and Chattooga, I mean, just to be honest with you, kind of more of the same from Chattooga. A lot of opportunity, a lot of blown opportunity, and just give up the big play here and there. Pepperell, give credit to Pepperell. A lot closer game than the 45-17. It's just I think we had 3 picks. Chattooga had 3 interceptions. One went back for a touchdown early. Had their chances, just couldn't get it done.
Who was playing quarterback tonight?
Landon Willingham. They had some good plays, and Cook ran the ball well. I think he had a 78-yard touchdown run and a couple other good runs and another long catch for 60-something yards and a touchdown. Big playability is there.
I'm not sure if you saw any of the show as you were driving in, but yeah, our first comment tonight was right here. Shout out to number 7 on Chattooga, man. Said he played his heart out tonight.
Yeah, he's a junior, good back. He's physical and he can run. When he gets in the second level, he's gone. Ain't nobody caught him yet. There may be somebody out there.
Yeah, I was telling everybody before you came on, man, there's just a whole bunch of games that I want to watch this week. There was a ton of games that came down to the last play, last minute. The Dade County Darlington game sounds like it was great.
As we were getting done, I flipped it over on YouTube and watched the ending of the Dade County Darlington. And Darlington threw a touchdown pass to the corner of the end zone, and Shiree went up and got it. And they ended up winning 28-22. It was a good one.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if you heard on what happened at Gordon Lee Lafayette. Went into overtime. Gordon Lee scored. Lafayette scored. Lafayette went for 2 for the win. They said, the heck, we're going into double overtime. We're going to win it or lose it right here. And Gordon Lee stopped them at the goal line.
What a game.
Then you had the game down at Villa Rica. They were down by 3, trying to kick a field goal with 10 seconds left. Bad snap. The holder picked the ball up and ran it in for a touchdown. Gave the Wildcats the win. Just wild,
Crazy football, man. Crazy. Yep. I noticed that the Dalton Catamounts, when I pick them, they lose. They probably wish that I don't pick them no more.
Yeah, that's kind of like me in Fannin County. I'm just glad Fannin County. I'm just glad Fannin County got the win tonight. Because man,
it changed the pattern, huh?
Now this guy thinks Dalton and Woodland. Mr. Chastain thinks Dalton and Woodlands are the 2 teams that get left out of the 7-5A playoff race. Like I said, it is so hard to call. Woodland, probably. You're probably a safe bet with Woodland. But I mean, the other 5 teams are so even.
Yeah, and in the 7A race, you would say Trine, Darlington, Dade Pepperell Dade.
Yeah, And you got the Armature Indians now playing well, you know.
Yeah, they're going to have
Seven-
to. They're going to have to upset one of those 4 teams to get in there.
Yeah, I mean, really, I mean, if you look at it in a realistic way, if Armature beats Chattooga next Friday night,
2 will be pretty much eliminated.
it sets up and it'll set up a game week 10 at Magic Morgan between Armature and Dade County for a playoff spot.
So you'll have the 1-2, and then a playoff spot on the line, all in week 10. Who does Pepperell have week 10?
That I don't know.
It could be a bye week. I don't know. But anyway, they might have Coosa as well, possible. But yeah, that would set up some interesting games.
Yeah, I think the other interesting game tonight, you know, this is what the board's been talking about tonight. The whole board over here has been Haralson County. Man, Haralson County played their rear ends off tonight.
I told you it would be a closer game.
Yeah, they had a 16-14 lead at halftime. I was telling them, man, when I looked down at halftime and saw the score, I was like, wow, you know. I mean, the computer had it at 2.5, and I thought the computer was broke. I said, there is no way this game was within 2.5 points.
I told you it was going to be closer. I told you it was going to be close.
But yeah, North ended up outscoring on 14-0 second half, winning 28-16.
So what does that do? The Gordon Lee win. What does that do to the playoff race up there?
Man, you've got Coahulla Creek, Adairsville, and Bremen at 2-0. They're sitting at the top. You got Ringgold at 1-1, Gordon Lee at 1-1. Yeah, so I mean, the way it looks right now, it looks like Gordon Lee and Ringgold will be a potential playoff game. You know.
So did I see right where Bremen beat Ridgeland 21-14 tonight?
21-14.
I thought I seen that.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you said. I said the Panthers are going to sneak up on somebody this year, you know?
And they snuck, and you better watch it. They're going to get somebody. I said it. They're going to get somebody.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to go back this week, too, and I'll watch the Adairsville Ringgold game, 28-26 final score.
Mm-hmm.
And
so you would point toward probably Adairsville being the number 1 seed because they had the win over Ringgold, and
it's going to be a round robin between Adairsville, Bremen, and Coahulla Creek, you know.
Yeah, I'm
for the 1 seed.
Now and then after that, good luck. I mean, you got Coahulla, Ringo, Adairsville, and Bremen all with wins in the region. Lafayette, Gordon Lee, Lakeview. Let's see, no, Gordon Lee got a win tonight. Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna run through these scores one more time, man. Then I'm gonna have to head on to the real workplace here.
I hear you.
Like I said, we'll go through them one more time for you guys who are just joining us. Carrollton 49-0 over Hillgrove. Rome 62-0 over Alatoona. Noonan 21-15 over South Paulding. Villarica 13-10 over Banneker. Cass 40-0 over ML King. Bradley Central 35-16 over Heritage. Osborne beats Woodland 14-0. Cedartown, big win up in Dalton, 35-27. Druid Hills 21, Southeast Whitfield 20 in overtime. Bremen 21-14 over Ridgeland. Daresville 28-26 over Ringgold. Coahulla Creek 42, LFO 21. Gordon Lee, the big overtime win, 21-20 over Lafayette. Wesleyan 50, Gilmer 21. Lumpkin County 49, Pickens 14. Bannon County with the shutout, 42-0 over Gordon Central. North Murray 28, Haralson County 16. Model 49, Murray County 7. Pepperell 45, Chattooga 17. Armature with the shutout, 28-0 over Coosa. Darlington, late win over Dade County, 28-22. Heard County 37 gets their first win of the year over Clarkson. Bowden 42-20 over Temple. and Jasper County 42-7 over Mount Zion. Was there anything that jumped out to you?
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, Gordon Lee beating Lafayette, Cedartown getting the win, and I see this comment here sets up a big game at Central Friday night. We'll have to do some thinking on that one.
Yeah, I like his profile pic there too.
Oh,
praying for that fellow.
Yeah, that's tough to have that happen to him again, man. That's just sport sometimes.
Yeah, Cedartown Bulldogs, Cedartown and Central next Friday night. Man, there is games all over the place next Friday night. If you haven't been to a game yet,
you got no excuse.
No excuse. And if you say, "Well, hey, I just want to see a good game," plenty of them.
Yeah,
I just want to see guys who go to college. Plenty of them.
You're right.
Well, you got Cartersville at Calhoun, Hiram at Dalton, Trine at Dade County, Cedartown at Central.
Trine at Dade County will probably be a pretty good game. It's going to be smash mouth, I think.
But yeah, man, I hate to do it to you, but I got to hop off here and head to work.
Well, I'll probably hop off with you because I got a tea time early in the morning.
All right, guys, we appreciate you joining us on the Al Smith Alpha Insurance Scoreboard. Shout out to Al Smith, man, once again for sponsoring this year. Man, we have a great time. And we will see you this week for the Pick'em Show, Wednesday at 7 p.m., man. We'll have some great games to pick this week, man. We're going to put on our thinking caps for sure.
We'll be live this week. We won't be no recorded mechanical stuff.
No, we'll be there with you. All right, man.